So we're back here for the second episode of the Pack War series. I'm here with my friend Sean.
Hi, everyone.
We're going to go over what's going to go in our sealed deck. So we have a big stack of cards up here that we just opened in the last video. And quite a few there for both sides. And also a good amount of fixed cards. So we're going to go over what we put in our card pool to make sure we have a nice interactive game with a lot of hopefully battling. And we'll be playing 40 card decks with these. And then after we go through this, we're going to randomize things a bit and see who's going to end up with light, who's going to end up with dark. We'll build our decks, and then we'll be back with hopefully a video of us playing them. So that'll be my first time recording a game, and I'm definitely looking forward to doing that with my buddy Sean. So starting out, kind of some staples, depending on what you want to do for your deck. Some starting interrupts. Having one Hujix in the deck. You know, I don't know if we ever played too much with these cards. We kind of like to live fast and loose, but something that cancels all your battle damage, it's something I've been including more often. And I think, well, Sean's usual style of deck was to park 14 droids in Jabba's droid workshop and drain me for 15, so we never really battled. Does that sound about right?
We occasionally did battle, but yeah, it was mostly force drains.
Yep. And we didn't know what attrition was, so that's fair. Battling got kind of tedious without force draining. So some sights. Oh, I forgot to mention this docking bay effect, so we'll have the mirror for the dark side here, but want to throw in some battlegrounds and some easy activation just to get the game moving. So kind of the same idea for dark side here, the Imperial Arrest Order. And depending on how many Imperials you want to cram in, you were talking about that that could be a big decision with forfeit. So do you remember seeing a lot of Imperials or Rebels coming up? I saw a lot of aliens, but
I think there were some, but not a ton of. I don't think we really got that many characters.
okay, so that should make things interesting. We got some Gungans though. That's how to do it. A Gik, and then the Tatooine sites. So if you want to, Tatooine will probably be a good place to do things. Traffic control, depending on how long the game goes, this might be nice to recycle cards back into your deck. A couple of copies of those if you want to use them. So when's the last time you used one of these as a starting interrupt?
Probably before Death Star 2 came out.
Yeah, with that one that did 3. And some space. So this is basically just the official tournament sealed deck stuff. And one of the things Sean and I agreed on is if characters have this may not be deployed if 2 or more or 3 or more of opponents' unique characters on the table, we're just going to wipe that text. That way, if somebody wants to use a Luke that has to deploy on Tatooine and costs 4 and forfeits for 4, they can. But we figured, that would be kind of a bummer to try to play Luke. And I think we had some Luke and Vader relevant cards that that by scratching that text as a bit of a house rule, we'll probably have a little bit more fun. So some spaceships to make sure we do stuff in space. Did I have a gold leader? I did, okay. So that put that in there. And then Darkseid gets a Star Destroyer to move their ties around with. And a Vader and a Tarkin. So, just a lot of sites and stuff to get them out, plus the cards from the 2-player games and whatnot. Okay, so there's the ties that I was thinking about before. So Darkseid has some of those too. Chewie, the same idea as Luke and Vader. And a blank Han and a blank Leia. So I think we saw Leia's back. Maybe it'll be worth... This is one of those times, those back cards, they're Destiny 3. So most of the time, you'd want to just put multiple copies of a character in there. But back in the day when we only had, I only had one Leia. It was the special edition Leia. Getting a Leia's back, man, I might actually be able to use Leia more than once. And, okay, Rebel Snowspeeder. We'll see if that can duel an AT-AT. That's a cool card. I wish it was more useful. I think I probably squeezed this in a couple decks and had him chilling at Beggar's Cannon while Sean drained me for 14.
Well, it's always cool to have a card that said Luke on it.
That's true. And it's a nice picture in Destiny 4. And, it's not the worst thing ever. I guess, it moves as a react, so maybe you just put Jedi Luke next to it, and then if something happens, he hops on board and then does a triple backflip out of the hatch. Okay, a Death Star site. So, yeah, a lot of these cards we probably won't put in, but should be interesting to to see what happens with those. But I guess the main thing now is after kind of going through those fixed cards, I got 4 cards here, for ones that we opened recently. And we got 2 even destiny numbers and 2 odd destiny numbers, so 1 for each. I'm going to shuffle this up, and Sean's going to cut it, or maybe, and then he'll pick odd or even. Now, let's see. I guess we didn't talk about how we want to do this, but let's say if you're right, you're light. If you're wrong, you're dark. Keep it simple. Okay.
Sounds good.
If you're right, you're light. That rhymes. I can remember it if it rhymes. All right, go ahead and cut that, Sean. A 4-card cut. Ooh, aggressive. All right, so now what's your call? Odd or even?
I'm going to go with odd.
Okay, he went with odd. If he's right, he's light. It is odd, so he is going to be light side. So now we know what's going on. We'll get some 40 card decks built and then get back to you guys with what I hope is going to be an interesting. It's going to be an interesting game for sure. I've never done sealed, but we'll see how a sealed game works out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for the next video.